Chirag, Palak, have you noted down this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Chirag. Then Chirag, right? So, guys, here we have three partners, Mohit, Ali, and John, and they are sharing profits and losses in 3 is to 1 is to 1. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2018 has been given to us, where we have in the liability side creditors, general reserve, investment fluctuation fund or investment fluctuation reserve, and then capitals of the three partners. In asset side, we have cash at bank, debtors with PFDD, then plant and machinery investments. Market value of investments is given to us in balance sheet itself, that is 40,000, whereas book value of investments is 35,000. You know what you have to do with this. The difference of 5,000 will go in revaluation as a profit, and existing goodwill of the business is 12,000. Now, on this date only, that is on the date of balance sheet, one day after the balance sheet, Mohit retired from the business, and the following adjustments are to be done for Mohit's retirement. Firm's goodwill was valued at rupees 20,000. This is newly valued goodwill. Then Mohit will take over investments at the market value, means while leaving, Mohit is taking away investments of the business at its market value. 25% of the general reserve to be transferred to PFDD and the balance to be distributed among the partners. Even though this portion of this sentence is not given, then also we distribute only general reserve, you know this. Creditors to be paid rupees 3,000 less. This will go in revaluation account. It's a gain for the business, profit for the business. IFF is not to be distributed. You know what we have to do for this. Though the question tells us like what we should do, but it is one and the same thing which we always do for those reserves which are not to be distributed. While leaving, Mohit would be paid rupees 20,000 because he has to be repaid his capital by the firm. So out of his total capital, 20,000 are being paid to him immediately on his retirement, and the balance would be transferred to his loan account. Am I clear? So this portion I will explain you while until I uh, do all these things. First, we start with the journal entries for all the five adjustments. Right? So we have adjustment for newly valued goodwill, we have adjustment for existing goodwill, we have adjustment for accumulated profits, we do not have any item of accumulated loss, and we have adjustment for revaluation of assets and liabilities. It is not given in this question as how the Mohit's profit share would be taken by Ali and John. In that case, we use the assumption that Mohit's shares will go to Ali and John in their old mutual ratio, which is 1 is to 1. Mohit's share is 3 by 5. So half of 3 by 5 will go to Ali and half of 3 by 5 will go to John. So Ali's gain is how much Ali is getting? Half of 3 by 5, and 3 by 5 was the share of Mohit, that is 3 by 10. And John's gain is again half of 3 by 5, that is 3 by 10. As of now, for this question, we do not require new profit sharing ratio. That is why I'm not calculating that. And Mohit's sacrifice is what he was getting, that is 3 by 5. Because now he would not be getting anything because he is no more a partner of the firm. Now, guys, journal entries. All the entries would be passed on 1st April 2018, the day when Mohit is getting retired. So, our first journal entry will pass for newly valued goodwill. For that, the entry in case of retirement, death, and change in PSR is gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. The two partners who are gaining are Ali and John. So Ali's capital account debit, John's capital account debit to Mohit's capital account. The amount would be goodwill multiplied with respective gain, that is 3 by 10. Means this is 6,000. The same will be debited to John, and Mohit's share is 20,000 into his sacrifice, that is 3 by 5, means 12,000. Got this? Note down this much, guys, and then we go ahead, everyone. Next entry will pass for existing goodwill, which we write off by debiting all partners' capital accounts. So Ali's capital account debit, John's capital account debit, Mohit's capital account debit to goodwill account. Which goodwill? The goodwill which is reflecting in books of the firm, that is rupees 12,000. And this will go to partners in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3 is to 1 is to 1. So 12,000 divided by 5 is 2,400 into 3 is 7,200, 24 and 2,400. सॉरी इसका 72 हो जाएगा राइट. Guys, narration carry marks, and that is why you should not miss to write narration in exam at all. And again, narration should be very clear. You do not need to write a story, but from the narration itself, the whole transaction should be conveyed. Am I clear? You can write like this as I have used it here, goodwill. But you should write everything about what you did exactly in the journal entry. Third entry, I am passing for accumulated profits, where we have general reserve. But question says that 25% of general reserve to be transferred to PFDD. 25% means one fourth, so one fourth of 6,000 is 1,500. So we'll first transfer 1,500 to PFDD from general reserve, for which we will debit general reserve account and will credit provision for doubtful debts account with rupees 1,500. Done guys, till here. Palak, have you noted down these three entries? Palak and Chirag.
Yes, sir.
The fourth entry we will pass for distribution of general reserve. So general reserve account debit to Mohit's capital account, to Ali's capital account, and to John's capital account. The remaining amount of general reserve is 4,500. It had balance of 6,000, out of which 1,500 we have transferred to PFDD. So now the remaining one is 4,500. This will go to the partners in their old ratio 3 is to 1 is to 1. Right? That is 2,700, 450, and 450. 900, 900, right. The next entry will pass for that reserve which is not to be distributed, that is investment fluctuation fund, 9,000. So for that we will pass entry that is gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account. So the entry would be Ali's capital, John's capital account debit to Mohit's capital account. What was the IFF amount? 9,000. So 9,000 into 3 by 10. That is 2,700 would be reduced from Ali's capital, and the same would be reduced from John's capital, and 9,000 to 3 by 5 means 5,400 would be increased in Mohit's capital. नहीं लिख रहे हो आप एंट्रीज? ये लिख लिया आपने? Next entry will pass for revaluation. So in revaluation, we have gain here, and in case of investments also we have gain. So we have only gain entry, no loss entry here. There is no loss at all. We have to decrease traders by 3,000. We have to increase investments by 5,000. So investments account debit, creditors account debit to revaluation account with 8,000. Revalued investments and creditors. In the next entry, whatsoever is the profit of revaluation that would be distributed among all the partners in their old ratio. The revaluation profit is 8,000. So 4,800, 1,600, and 1,600 will go to the three partners. Done, guys? So we have done for revaluation also. Now we have been given one more information here that Mohit has taken away investments at its book at its market value, for which we will reduce Mohit's capital and will also reduce investments from our books by rupees 40,000. So this is how, guys, we are done with almost all the journal entries. The last journal entry we have to pass for payment of rupees 20,000 to Mohit, and the remaining would be transferred to his capital account. But for that, we must know how much net amount the firm has to pay to Mohit, and that we can calculate manually also, guys. Here, Mohit's capital has credit balance of 70,000. Again, his capital was created with 12, so 70 plus 12 is 82. Then his capital was debited by 7,200, so 82 minus 7,200, that is 64,800. 62 minus, sorry, 72 minus 7, that is 65, 64,800. It is 82. Okay, 70 plus 12, 82. I'm sorry. Then it is 74,800, right? 74,800 plus 2,700. That is 77,500. 77,500 plus 5,400. That is 82,900. 82,900 and plus 4,800. that is 87,700. So net amount payable to Mohit is 87,700. Now, out of that, he has been given investments of 40. So remaining amount is 47,700. Out of 47,700, he was paid cash of 20,000. Out of 47,700, he was paid cash of 20,000. So remaining will go to his capital account, that is 27,700. Mohit's loan account, right? I'm sorry. So here we have repaid Mohit's capital partially by rupees 20,000 and the remaining has been transferred to his loan account, 27,700. Got this, Chirag? Palak, have you got this?
Yes, sir.
Now, guys, after journal entries, we have also been asked to make Rohit's, sorry, balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. We do not have to make revaluation account here. We just have to make balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. Reconstituted firm means firm after any change in partnership deed. And the change here is that Mohit has retired. So after Mohit's retirement, what is the balance sheet that we have to prepare? On the same date, that is on 1st April 2018, right? In balance sheet, we have to present capital balances of the remaining partners, Ali and John, and that is why either we will calculate their capitals manually or we have to make capital account. I'm not making capital account here, but I'm calculating. So Ali's capital balance given to us in the balance sheet is 50. John's is also 50. And their capitals are decreasing by 6,000 each for compensation of goodwill. So 50 minus 6,000, 50 minus 6,000. Here again, their capitals are decreasing by 2,400 each for existing goodwill. Then their capitals are increasing by 900 each, again decreasing by 2,700 each. Then their capitals are increasing by 1,600 each. So capital balance of Ali is 44, 44 800, 45 700, 43,000. and for him also 43,000, right? So now balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. For that I am copying this balance sheet only. 44 minus 800, 43 700, 44, 43 200, 44 100, 41 400, right? 41 400. We have paid cash of 20,000, so now the cash balance would be 40 minus 20, 20,000. There is no change in debtors, but PFDD was increased by 1,500. So now it will become 6,500 because 25% of general reserve will be transferred to PFDD. Right? So now it will become 6,500. So debtors would be 23,500. There is no change in plant and machinery. Investments are no more in the firm because they have been taken away by Mohit. Goodwill also will not be here because it has been written off fully from the books. Creditors have been decreased by 3, so now it would be 12. General reserve has been distributed among the partners, so it will not be there in the books at all. Investment fluctuation fund would be there. And now capitals. Mohit will not have capital but will have his loan balance of rupees 27,700. And capitals of the two partners are 41,400 each. That is 82,800. So total of this side is 12, 9, 21, 21 and 48, 48, 50, 1 lakh 30 and 1,500 means 1 lakh 31, 500. Here 20 and 23, 43, 43 and 81, 23, 123 and 8, 131, 500. Same. So this is how guys this question is done. I hope you all have written everything till here. Yes or no? Make this also guys. This question was asked guys by IC board in 2019 and that time it was 12 mark question. राइट, 12 मार्क्स। आप लोगों भी ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन आते हैं सीबीएसई में? Now, guys, I'm explaining you about hidden goodwill in case of retirement of a partner using the same question, right? So, if in this question, if in example number one, we are not given value of goodwill on the date of retirement, right? Then it may be a question of hidden goodwill. हिडन गुडविल का मतलब है कि गुडविल की इंफॉर्मेशन आपको क्वेश्चन में नहीं दी है, जैसे यहाँ दी है। कौन सी गुडविल? जो रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के समय वैल्यू होती है। मैं इस गुडविल की बात नहीं कर रहा, ये एग्जिस्टिंग गुडविल है जो ऑलरेडी बुक्स में है। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस गुडविल विच इज वैल्यूड ऑन द डेट ऑफ रिटायरमेंट और एडमिशन और डेथ और ऑन द डेट ऑफ चेंज इन पीएसआर। If this goodwill is not given in case of retirement, it means the question may be of hidden goodwill. How? In that case, you would be given the net amount payable to the retiring or deceased partner. रिटायरमेंट और डेथ दोनों केस में बता रहा हूं मैं आपको गाइस, हिडन गुडविल कैसे हो, हिडन गुडविल के क्वेश्चंस कैसे होते हैं और उसको हम उसमें से हम गुडविल कैसे निकालते हैं, ये बताइए यहां तक समझ में है? तो हिडन गुडविल के क्वेश्चंस में गाइस आपको गुडविल की इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं दी होगी, पहली बात। और दूसरा, मोहित को नेट अमाउंट कितना पे करना है, जो अभी हमें इस क्वेश्चन में कहीं नहीं दिया है, वो आपको दिया होगा, राइट? हाउ? लेट्स सी दिस। Means guys, what we saw in example 1, in that and in example 2, there is only one difference. That is, information of goodwill is not given to you, and you have been given information of net amount payable to Mohit, and that has been decided by the remaining partners, Ali and John. Rest all that I have written here was already there in question number 1 also. Am I clear? समझ में आ रहा है? पलक, चिराग, माही, अभी, दृष्टि, मैंने यहाँ पे क्या लिया है, आपको क्या समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ मैं, राइट? Palak, are you understanding this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. So, guys, what we did in question number 1, everything we will do except passing this entry. Why? Because we do not know the amount of goodwill. So, the first entry would not be passed. Rest all entries would be passed. After passing all the entries till here, till here, you will know the net amount payable to Mohit. You will know net amount payable to Mohit. And what was the net amount payable to Mohit? Was in our case 87,700. Out of that, we gave 40,000 to him in form of investments, and remaining we settled here. Now, in that 87,700, this 12,000 would not be there. So now the net amount would be how much? 87,700 minus 12, that is 75,700. ये समझ में आया? हमारे एग्जाम्पल 2 में ये वाली एंट्री पास नहीं होगी, क्योंकि ये वाली एंट्री गुडविल के लिए है, और गुडविल की तो इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें दी नहीं होगी क्वेश्चन में, जैसे यहाँ पे दी हुई है 20,000 रुपीज, सॉरी, ये वाली 20,000 रुपीज। तो हम इसके लिए एंट्री को छोड़ के, मतलब फर्स्ट एंट्री को छोड़ के बाकी सारी एंट्रीज पास करेंगे। कहाँ तक? उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट देने से पहले तक में, यहाँ तक। तो यहाँ तक में उसकी कैपिटल का बैलेंस हो जाएगा कितना? 75,700, करेक्ट। लेकिन पार्टनर्स ने डिसाइड किया है कि हम उसको कितना देंगे? 95, 92,700। यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा है? His capital was how much in the question? 70. So this would not be done. So 70 minus 7,200, right? 70 minus 7,200 plus 2,700 plus 5,400 plus 4,800. And that is how much? 7,700. Have you checked it? This is 81, 81, 900, 900, 5,700. Yeah, 7,500. Correct. However, remaining partners have decided to pay Mohit rupees 92,700. It means the extra amount being paid to Mohit is his share in goodwill of the firm. That is 92,700 minus 7,500, that is 15,000. Sorry, 17,000. This is what? This is Mohit's share in goodwill. ये समझ में आया आप लोगों को? पलक चिराग, have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Mohit actually should be paid 75,700, but he's being paid 92,700. It means he's being paid rupees 17,000 more, and the extra amount being paid to him is nothing but his share in goodwill of the firm. So, firm's goodwill would be how much? Mohit's share in goodwill of the firm into reciprocal of Mohit's profit share, and that is 17,000 into 5 by 3. Am I clear or not? But this will come in decimal. All right. Make it 93,700, guys. Please make this 93,700 for easy calculations. Instead of taking it 92,700, take it as 93,700. So here also we will have 93,700 here. So 93,700 minus 7,500 is 18,000. So 18,000 into 5 by 3 is 30,000. Means firm's goodwill is how much? 30,000. Am I clear? So journal entry for goodwill valued on the date of Mohit's retirement would be same, that is gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital account with rupees 30,000 into 3 by 10, that is 9,000. 30,000 to 3 by 10, that is 9,000, and 30,000 to 3 by 5 is 18,000. So this is how Mohit's capital in the books will increase by 18,000. As of now, his capital in books is how much? 75,700. By creating Mohit's capital by 18, now his capital will become 93,700, the amount which Ali and John wanted to pay him. Am I clear? So you can note down this much now fully, guys.
सर,
हाँ पलक बोलिए।
मोहित का शेयर कैलकुलेट करते टाइम हमने 40,000 रिड्यूस क्यों नहीं करा वो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स का?
हाँ वो तो हम बाद में सब करेंगे। देखिए अल्टीमेटली हम उसे 40 तो कैपिटल की वजह से ही दे रहे हैं ना हम उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट्स।
हम्म।
तो अभी अभी तो हम कैपिटल का उसको कितना पे करना है, इतना पे करना है। अभी उसका बैलेंस कितना है, इतना। तो हम एक्स्ट्रा क्यों पे कर रहे हैं, गुडविल के लिए। उसके बेसिस पे हमने फर्म की गुडविल निकाली और फिर हमने एंट्री पास की। ये एंट्री पास करने के बाद मोहित की कैपिटल का बैलेंस कितना हो गया, 93,700। अब हम 93,700 को पे करने के लिए उसको 40,000 का इन्वेस्टमेंट दे देंगे, 20,000 का कैश दे देंगे और बाकी का उसके लोन अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर देंगे।
अच्छा, पहले हम उसको एक डिजायर्ड लेवल पे लाएंगे जितना क्वेश्चन ने बोला है, और उसके
हम्म।
बाद बाकी के एडजस्टमेंट।
यस यस, राइट।
ओके।
So the next entry now would be Mohit's capital account debit to investments account with 40,000. And here also we can write all other things. How much we have to pay to Mohit is 93,700। उसमें से 40 का इन्वेस्टमेंट दे दिया, 20 का कैश दे दिया, तो बचा 63,700, सॉरी 33,700। समझ में आ गया गाइस आप लोगों को ये? हाँ लोन अकाउंट, सॉरी, लोन अकाउंट। ठीक है। So I hope guys you have understood the concept of hidden goodwill in case of retirement or death of a partner. After all the adjustments, when the outgoing partner is paid more than what his actual capital balance is, the extra amount being paid to him is nothing but his share in goodwill of the firm. And with that, we can determine goodwill of the firm, which is hidden goodwill. What this? So have you all noted down everything, guys, till here? Palak, have you noted down this?
यस सर।
Now in balance sheet, Mohit's loan account, if we make the balance sheet here, we will have 33,700. It will increase by how much? 6,000, right? Rest all will remain same here. But Ali's and John's capital will further reduced by 3,000. Because earlier in the previous question, we debited their capitals by 6,000 each. Now we are debiting it by 9,000 each, means their capitals are reducing by 3,000 for each of them. So now the capital will, here capital is decreasing by 6,000 and the same 6,000 will increase here in Mohit's loan. And again the total of balance sheet would be same. I hope you have understood guys. यहाँ पे मोहित का लोन का बैलेंस 33,700 हो जाएगा जो हमें यहाँ दिख रहा है, और अली और जॉन की कैपिटल हो जाएगी 38,400 और 38,400। गॉट दिस? पलक नोट कर लिया आपने सब कुछ?
यस सर।
Note down this title guys. Repayment of outgoing partners' unpaid capital with interest. Guys, इसके पहले एक टाइटल और लिखना था आप लोग. आई एम सॉरी, इट इज रिलेटेड टू दिस ओनली. दिस इज द लास्ट टाइटल ऑफ टुडे. ये रीपेमेंट वाला हम कल देखेंगे. वो पार्टनर जो फर्म से बाहर जा चुका है लेकिन उसके अभी तक कैपिटल पे नहीं हुई है. The problem is with the school, not with Punita Nehru. वो तो जा रहे हैं, पता होगा आपको. He is leaving. So guys, what I was telling about this is that जो पार्टनर फर्म से जा चुका है, जिसकी कैपिटल अभी तक पूरी तरह से पे नहीं की गई है, जैसे यहाँ पे मोहित की कैपिटल अभी तक पे नहीं की है. कितनी? 33,700. उसको अभी भी फर्म से 33,700 लेना है. ऐसे पार्टनर को पार्टनरशिप एक्ट ने दो में से कोई एक हक दिया हुआ है. वो हक ये है कि या तो वो अपनी इस कैपिटल पे अनपेड कैपिटल पे 6% पर एनम का इंटरेस्ट ले सकता है फर्म से. जैसे कि कोई भी पार्टनर जब फर्म को लोन देता है तो उसको इंटरेस्ट कितना मिलता है? इसका पार्टनरशिप एक्ट 6% पर एनम. ये भी 6% पर एनम मांग सकता है अगर पार्टनर्स के बीच में और कोई रेट एग्री नहीं हुआ है तो. लेकिन ये चाहे तो 6% को साइड में रख के 6% ना लेके अपनी कैपिटल के प्रोपोर्शन में फर्म के प्रॉफिट में भी हिस्सा मांग सकता है जब तक उसका ये 33,700 पे नहीं किया जाएगा तब तक. फर्म के प्रॉफिट में हिस्सा मांग सकता है प्रोपोर्शनेट टू हिज कैपिटल. ये बताइए समझ में. पलक आया है समझ में आपको ये?
यस सर.
देखिए इतना गाइस, नोट डाउन दिस मच. लिख लिया गाइस आप लोगों ने इतना? 11 में आप लोगों के स्कूल में भी जिसने टॉप किया है वो अपने यहाँ की स्टूडेंट है, हुनर। यू नो हुनर? शी टॉप द क्लास। पलक आपने लिखा ही है?
यस
यस
सर।
सर। तो देखिए इस एग्जांपल के थ्रू मैं आपको समझा रहा हूँ इसका न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चन। हमें मोहित को कितना पैसा देना बचा है? 33,700, राइट। हमने इसके पहले कैपिटल कैलकुलेट की थी अली और जॉन की। कितनी आई थी कैपिटल? 41,400, 41,400। लेकिन इस केस में इनकी कैपिटल 3-3 हजार से और कम हो जाएगी, अभी हमने बात की थोड़ी देर पहले, राइट। ये कौन सा ईयर चल रहा था हमारा? 1819, राइट। 1 अप्रैल 2018 को मोहित रिटायर हुआ है। हाँ, पर मोहित रिटायर कब हुआ है? 1718 के एंड में, राइट। तो उसके रिटायर होने के एक साल बाद कौन सा ईयर कंप्लीट हो जाएगा? 1819। 6% ऑफ 33,700 कितना होता है ये? 2022, राइट। और ही कैन क्लेम, कितना अमाउंट था? 2022, ओके। ये मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ आपको बता दूं, जस्ट गिव मी 1 मिनट। द टोटल ऑफ दिस इज 38,400 प्लस 38,400, ये दोनों की कैपिटल है। 38,400 किसकी कैपिटल है? जॉन की, अली की। 38,400 जॉन की, और 33,700 लोन अमाउंट किसका है? मोहित का। अगर 1819 ईयर में फर्म को 50,000 रुपीज का प्रॉफिट होता है, उस प्रॉफिट के पीछे जॉन और अली कैपिटल प्लस मोहित का लोन है, तो ये तीनों का टोटल हो रहा है 1,10,500। इसमें से मोहित का लोन कितना? मोहित का लोन कितना है? 33,700। सो 1,10,500 का इन्वेस्टमेंट करके उन्होंने प्रॉफिट कमाया 50,000। तो मोहित के 33,700 पे कितना कमाया? वही है प्रोपोर्शनेट टू हिज अनपेड कैपिटल, प्रॉफिट प्रोपोर्शनेट टू हिज अनपेड कैपिटल। एंड दैट वुड बी हाउ मच? 50,000 into 33,700 divided by 1,10,500, that is 15,248। इसको राउंड ऑफ करके 249। ये कैलकुलेशन समझ में आया आप लोगों को क्या किया मैंने यहाँ पे? सो फर्म को प्रॉफिट हुआ 50,000 रुपीज का। कैसे? बिकॉज ऑफ द कैपिटल एंड लोन ऑफ मोहित ऑफ 1,10,500 कलेक्टिवली। सो 1,10,500 पे प्रॉफिट हुआ 50,000, तो 33,700 पे कितना प्रॉफिट हुआ वो हमने निकाल लिया। सो मोहित कैन क्लेम ईदर दिस अमाउंट or this amount. Obviously, being not fool, he will claim 15 to 49 only. ये समझ में आया? हर साल वो अपना प्रेफरेंस चेंज कर सकता है। किसी साल में अगर प्रॉफिट का अमाउंट इंटरेस्ट के अमाउंट से कम होता है, देन ही कैन डिमांड फॉर इंटरेस्ट इवन। हैव यू गॉट दिस पलक?
यस सर।
Yes, sir. Note down this, guys. And that's it for today. This part we will see tomorrow. And tomorrow we will start with death also.